Tonight, Monster Jam is at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado, but it's not any ordinary night here for Monster Jam. Not only has it been raining a lot during the day, but it's also been snowing. One of the few times in which you'll ever see snow at a Monster Jam event, and the track conditions are unlike we've ever seen before. The mud is way thicker with the snow in there. How is that going to impact tonight's event? Well, you're going to have to stick around to find out next on Monster Jam.
Hello everybody and welcome.
Hello everybody and welcome. Hello everybody and welcome.
Wow! 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 Oh yeah!
What is going on, everybody? How's it going? We are here tonight at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. It's a pretty exciting event tonight as Stadium Championship Series East is back at it, and as you can see, as I mentioned in the open, that track is looking muddy, but it's not just from rain. We had some snow that fell on the track and caused some serious chaos. This is going to be a wild event. These 12 competitors are in for a fascinating night. I've never seen an event that has been rain mixed with snow. The thickness of the mud is incredible. I cannot believe how thick it is. We'll see how they handle it. Let's meet those 12 drivers that are going to try to tackle this track tonight. Up first, your 2019 World Finals Freestyle Champion, Lindsey Reed in the Lucas Stabilizer. Up second, we have Ryan Disharoon in Shaker. He's been flipping up the bodies a couple times throughout the season, all very pretty. Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken, having himself a solid year. The truck has finally been holding together as of late. Matt Pagliarulo, his father, driving Jester. He's been doing very well this season. Love to see that. Jamie Garner in El Toro Loco, the leader of Garner Motorsports. Him and his son driving monster trucks, always a blast. Cole Bernard in the Black Pearl, still trying to get back from his injury, but he's looked a lot better the last few weekends. John Gordon in Bad Company has been really exciting to see this season, having another really good year. After him, Cody Saucier, Max D, filling in for the injured Tom Mentz while he is away. After that, we have Bryce Kenny, Great Clips Mohawk Warrior, who has been one of the most entertaining drivers to watch in all of 2024. Tyler Duke and Megalodon looking more like himself, like the two-time World Finals champion he is. Another World Finals champion, Tristan England, in the JCB Digatron is here. Your defending racing champion, and your defending two-wheel skills World Finals champion is here, Tyler Menninga in Gravedigger. It is going to be a fascinating night of Monster Jam tonight. I don't know what's going to happen, and it all starts with Monster Jam Racing. Now, before we get to the semifinals, I want to show you just a little bit of what you can expect with this racing track tonight. It is a very slick track. We've got a race here between Mohawk Warrior and Max D. These two drivers, a pretty good display of what you could be seeing. It is such a thick mud. It is not going to be slick or slippery. It's a thicker, really difficult surface to get through. The tires are getting caked with mud. It is almost like you are driving on drag slicks. It is absolutely wild. And in what was the closest race of the night, Cody Saucier took it home, and now we go to the semifinals. Cody Saucier in Max D will take on John Gordon in Bad Company. It has been a slick, thick track tonight, but Cody Saucier looking fast. He's not had much success at the stadium level in racing this year, and John Gordon's been going really quick in the turns, a lot of wheel spin, and it's worked well for him. And it's a pretty close race, but John Gordon has the edge, but Cody landed much better after the turn. That's going to help him in this final turn. Who's it going to be? Cody looking really fast in the turn, but John Gordon's right there. And a close race will end with a John Gordon victory. Bad Company gets it done, off to the final round. I know you can't tell what truck that is completely, but it's Gravedigger driven by Tyler Menninga. And in the far lane, it's JCB Digatron driven by Tristan England. Two World Finals champions from last year going head-to-head. The top two in the point standings going head-to-head. And Tristan England has some problems. Tristan really looked smooth in the last round, but he has not had a perfect night of racing. But Tyler Menninga is taking it slow and steady, keeping the wheel spin limited, and it's working really well. That Gravedigger truck covered in mud going to the final round. Tristan England did not hit a single ramp in the race, and he is done right there. Here's the final round. 2 drivers left. It's Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger, and it's John Gordon and Bad Company. 2 drivers who have had very different approaches to this thick, muddy track. Tyler's got some smoke coming out of the truck. Will the truck be able to last the rest of the run? It's got to get hot. It really is easy to overheat in these conditions. I don't know what happened to John Gordon. Where is John Gordon? John Gordon shut down too. Let's listen to Kay Young. Wow. So Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger wins racing without even finishing the race because John Gordon powered down first, and that is how racing ends tonight. What a fascinating ending to racing. Here's skills. Lindsay Reed's getting her first move underway. While there was only one move for every driver, Lindsay Reed was your first competitor out. And I'm not going to show all the runs. I'm only showing the ones in which something actually happened because so many drivers really didn't do anything at all. We're only going to show a couple runs. Bryce Kenny had a pretty decent one with a 7.845, but so many drivers just really struggled to actually do something on this track, which is no surprise. Obviously, there were a lot of donut attempts like this one that's about to happen from Max D. Cody Saucier trying to donut on top of the pod, and the donuts are really the most successful moves. You really couldn't do anything on 2 wheels. It's not like a standard muddy track. You have zero ability to do anything, and Cody had a pretty decent donut, but the fans didn't really reward him. Gave him a 6.608. He still was able to sling something, which is better than what most of these drivers were able to do. Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger tried to pop it off the backflip, got a little bit of a stoppy walking, and got a good number to take the lead at an 8.408. But Jamie Garner came out last in El Toro Loco, spun a donut, and won his first competition of the year. How random is that? I don't know, but it happened, and Jamie Garner was able to take it home, which brings us in to Monster Jam Freestyle. But before we get into freestyle, I just wanted to take a moment to let you guys know what you could be getting as a member of my channel. If you become a channel member today, you can be getting access to full commentaries. That's right, from start to finish. You will not be getting these shorter versions. You can see the entire thing. All you have to do is go to the home screen of my YouTube channel, click that join button, and become a member today and get all access and early access to every single commentary I post. Here is the freestyle competition. Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken coming out first. And on a track like this, well, skills was an absolute disaster, as you'd imagine. Freestyle, probably going to be pretty much the same. I'd have to imagine it's going to be pretty rough. We'll have to wait and see. Nick Pagliarulo, the first driver to get a crack. No pun intended. Trying to get a crack at this track. I mean, it's just so hard. This is really unbelievable. I'm sure they're only getting a minute and a half to freestyle, maybe even 60 seconds, because this is just disgusting how bad these conditions are. And the funniest thing is it hasn't rained or snowed in hours. It's just that snow and rain got so thick into the mud or into the dirt that it will not get better. And it's one of those conditions where the track's not going to improve as the night goes along, like with the rain, because that snow clearly really thickened up that ground and the mud, and that is just so unideal. Nick Pagliarulo having a decent run right now, but I mean, this is really on par with what we're going to see pretty much all night here. I wouldn't be surprised if the only 3 freestyles we see, maybe even 2, are the first freestyle, the last freestyle, and the winning freestyle, because when I do the shortened commentary, well, you only get to see the highlights, and I always will show the first, and I will always show the last. 5.997, the score for Kraken, your first competitor of the night. Now, we're going to do the same thing here in freestyle as I did in skills. Not going to show you the highlights or full runs of every run. If there was a run that really nothing happened at all, no point in showing you highlights of it. The only reason I'm showing Colvin Art and the Black Pearl is to give me a little bit of time to explain that, but you're only going to see the good runs and some highlights of some of the other ones, which is why we are right now going to take ourselves into John Gordon in Bad Company. Here's John Gordon in Bad Company. Nobody's hit the backflip yet. I think John Gordon might be one to try it. He might be a little ballsy and try and hit that 8-pack backflip, which is fascinating. Nice little Chad Fortune move over the berm there, like that. Oh, he's going to do it on this side too, paying tribute to Chad Fortune. Move that Chad Fortune trademarked back in his day. Did it at the World Finals off that little backflip berm all the time. Nice to see John Gordon throwing it in there, because, I mean, realistically, it's going to get boring to just watch you drive around like this searching for a move, so you might as well just try and make what you are driving around at least kind of interesting. John Gordon made it to the final round of racing tonight. I mean, this is kind of cool. I like the way he's approaching. He's just kind of flinging the truck around, not really worrying about getting the air. Oh my god, I can only imagine how much mud is getting flung into the stands up there. Oh, look at that speed he's building up. The speed! It didn't really do much, obviously, but there's really not much you could do. Oh my goodness, the front row, just they have to have goggles on. Oh, look at that! Doing a donut on top of the pod. That was the most perfect way to execute that. That was awesome! John Gordon's having a pretty fun freestyle right now. You know what? I think all the members... We've expanded out to all the subscribers on this one, because John Gordon's having a pretty good one. This is fun! I'm liking this from John Gordon and Bad Company. Very, very good freestyle. Just gonna crab walk it over there. This is a good run. In these conditions... How did that not take the lead? Your next freestyler, Jamie Garner and El Toro Loco, went over to Tyler Menninga in Gravedigger and blew a ton of smoke at his face, and then he came out and he got some pretty big air on his very first move. Got some nice leaps in there. Didn't really have the greatest of freestyles, but still was better than most of the rest. It wasn't worth showing the entire thing, but Jamie Garner still had a pretty solid run, and at the end of the day, he got a 7.999. After him, driving the black and green wrecking machine, Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger. Coming out right away, nice air. And back-to-back, oh, that one wasn't as big of air, but I like that. Tyler Menninga didn't even waste any time. Jamie Garner came out there, put on a whole show before he started his freestyle. Tyler said, I don't need to do all that. I'm here to be me. And well, we all know if Tyler Menninga can be himself in this freestyle, it might be an easy victory for him. Nobody's hit the backflip yet tonight. I think, quite honestly, it's more they might be a little afraid to try it, because if you do it and you really screw up, you might land directly on the roll cage. If there's anyone who's the daredevil to try, it's this guy. Oh, is he going for the 8-pack? What is going to happen with this? Oh my! He almost got it. Very exciting finish, and it got a 9.540. Well, Tyler tried it. It didn't work, but it still was the coolest move of the night, so I'm fine with it. Here's Todd the Duke and Megalodon, two-time World Finals champion who's had himself a good couple weekends strung together. Nice to see Todd finally looking more like himself, getting some nice air. So Todd maybe going to have himself a good freestyle. We saw the fans liking the backflip, and obviously with the lack of traction, you've really got to be precise. But I feel like Todd the Duke is a guy who can land a backflip in these conditions, so I'm intrigued to see what he could do. So Tyler Menninga trying to get himself a double down here. He won racing without even completing the course, and now he's got a pretty good number in freestyle. It's a beatable number, but it's a high one. But at the stadium level, a 9.5 is beatable. We've seen 9.6, 7, or 8. We've even seen 9.9s. It's obviously not a 9.2 or a 9.3, but it can be topped. Todd the Duke definitely very capable of it, and I have to imagine if you land a backflip, you're going to get a really good number. I think he's going to try it on that side, which sucks for us, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. We're still going to see the truck do something. I mean, you gotta appreciate the cojones on these guys for trying the backflip in these conditions. Here he goes! Oh no, that wasn't even close. The truck didn't even get off the ground. It's an 8.896 for Megalodon. I like that Todd tried it, but it didn't quite work. Here's Bryce Kenny in the Great Clips Millhawk Warrior. I think another candidate to go for the backflip here. Oh yeah, that's some nice air to start the run. I was not expecting that. That's the biggest air of the night. Well, clearly Bryce said no one's hit that jammer. Why not? I'm going to go for it. worked very well for him. Bryce Kenny has a couple freestyle wins this year. He's had some of the best freestyles and moments of the year. I bet if you compiled all the moments of the season, Bryce has got a couple in the top 10, and he's really one of the most exciting freestylers this year. Don't be surprised if Bryce Kenny screws around and wins the freestyle championship this season. It can happen. It can happen. If it does, you heard it here first. I really would not be surprised. I kind of want to do an official, like, World Finals predictions event, or not event, video like I used to do, but I feel like I could just simply post it and do like a 2-minute thing, but we'll see. But I've got to tell you right now, Bryce Kenny is definitely one of my options to win that freestyle championship. He's going for the backflip ramp, getting a lot of speed. Can he do it? Oh, he twists it around! Oh, no! Oh, he had the rotation, but it twisted. Oh, man. Not enough for the lead either, unfortunate, which brings Tristan England in the JCB Digatron to the floor, but Tristan really couldn't quite get a grasp on these difficult conditions. Unfortunately for him, he was just kind of slinging it around throughout the entire run, only got himself a 6.215. Cody Saucier, Max D was up next, his turn to tackle these really difficult conditions. He had a pretty solid freestyle, but the backflips are all covered up now, so there's really not much else you can do. But aside from that, he had a decent run with a 6.879. Lindsey Reed, the final competitor of the night, tried the 8-pack backflip, but didn't quite hit it straight, so didn't get to do too much either. That was the end of her run and the end of freestyle. I'm going to pop up the freestyle results here so that you can see how everything ended up shaking out tonight. But Tyler Menninga in Gravedigger, your freestyle winner with that 9.540. And with that, it was enough for him to win the overall event championship tonight as well with 35 points. So that's going to do it here in Denver. We've only got 2 more stadium events until the Monster Jam World Finals, so you better be ready. It's going to be exciting. It's coming very, very soon. I hope to see you all in the next one.